are going to review the book Hetty Feather. Before that, I'm going to introduce to the characters right here. Now, here is Hetty Feather, and you can see that she's living in the olden times, kind of like 1847. She is born in London, 1876. Well, she was fostered by her foster mother, and her foster mother had many children. It's so many that you can't count them. Hetty thought that she was her mother's daughter, like a real daughter, like that mother gave birth to her. Well, Hetty Feather is a really wild girl, and she's always like, I want to do this or that. She had a brother named Jem who is really kind to her, and they built this schoolhouse when they were really young. She is about 3 and Jem is about 8, for example. They built this schoolhouse and they made baby squirrels, which is just mud wrapped in leaves. And the kids, she even invited her twin baby brother. No? Yes, a twin. They're not exactly the same age. Well, they are the same age. They are in the same birthday. I can't actually explain this. But her brother's name is Gideon. Now, if you see here, Hetty Feather with these other group of girls are also there too. And here is Hetty Feather again. She is kind of riding on this horse with her red hair. It started when a baby is placed beside her cart, and it is not exactly her baby brother. It is a baby's other mother. Hetty Feather is born to one mother, and Gideon is born to a different mother. But they're born nearly in the same days. Hetty is a few days older than Gideon. So, for example, Gideon is born on Tuesday, but Gideon is born on, for example, Saturday, and so Hetty is born on Monday, for example. And so they built this really, really big treehouse, or schoolhouse, I say, as Hetty said, and she invited Gideon to it, but Gideon wouldn't come because he is too scared. He is really a weak boy, and he's always timid and follows around his mother. Then there comes Sal. When Sal is with them, he's like, oh, Hetty, you're so dirty. You're playing with pig poo, poo, poo. And then Hetty is so angry, she pushed him. I told you, she's a really wild girl. And she pushed him. He fell down and sprained his ankle. So now it was Sal who is the pet of the family, or the pet of mother. She cared for him and things like that. And I have to wear a crutch because he sprained his ankle so badly. And Hetty had the paddle because her mother always, when she is bad, she had a paddle. And then she had this sister called Martha. Now Martha is 2 years older than her. So if Martha was 6, then she is 4. So one day, Hetty is cuddled up with Martha and Jem on one side. Well, she's only cuddled up with Martha this time. And the next day, she doesn't see Martha anywhere. She looked here and there. She can't see her anywhere. And then she can't even see Mother. It's like Mother leave with Martha for something really urgent. And so Jem found out about that. Everyone was really curious about where Martha had gone to. Well, the older girls, I say, like they're really old, like Nat, right? Nat is, yes, Nat is Jam's bigger brother, and there's also this girl whose name I didn't remember much, but the older ones, which I mean is really, really old, like they're really an adult, not particularly, but they're near to the adult age, like they're about 11 or 16, like more than 11 years old. And so they knew, but they weren't told Jem. And so they had to wait. Jem and Hetty went to the schoolhouse again, even though they know they were forbidden. And when they came back, Mother told them that she is giving Martha to a hospital and she is not home. Mother's only home, but Martha is like somewhere else or completely gone. And then Martha is crying and she said, Martha is gone. And Hetty thought Martha is dead. And she said, oh no, Martha went up in heaven. And Mother said, no, she went to the Foundling Hospital. And they began talking about the Foundling Hospital and who raised the foster children. So the foster children are Hetty, Martha, Saul, Gideon, right? It is 4 kids, and also baby Eliza. Now when Hetty was there, she's a really, really grumpy girl. And when she's taken a bath, finished, and this is Matron right here, I don't know whose name is it, like I don't know her name, but I do know that Hetty called her Matron Stinking Butterby. It's a really good name. Because it's like she looks so puffy, she's about to fart. Now Hetty still hadn't any friends yet. And so Martha cut all of her hair, I would like that, until it is even shorter than a boy's hair, which is really short, like she's completely bald. She's red-haired, like this, red-haired. So she went crying and she went into subjects. She just did it normally. She did it perfectly, like she knew her alphabets. A is for apple, B is for ball, C is for cat, D is for dog. Yes. I know she knew the alphabet, but she couldn't write and she didn't know the numbers. So things traveled on, and there's this girl called Charlotte. And Charlotte is really, really mean to Hetty. Also her friend Monica. So things passed on until there is the Queen's Jubilee. And so Hetty ran away and she is so tired and hungry. And people saw her that and they gave her bunches and bunches of money. I mean pennies. And they loved her, so she has this really sweet face. And I like her very so. And she also looks really sad when people pay 2 pennies. And Hetty's like, wow, I like this. And so she bought some buns. And there's this gentleman who wanted to buy the flowers, but he can't. But he can't buy because it is not for sale. And so a man said that Hetty come home and pick his roses. And Hetty's like, what? No! Eventually, there's Mrs. Smith, where she's a writer, and she took Hetty to the Foundling Hospital. She's a governor, so Madam Matron has to answer her, and she can do whatever she wanted. And she gave her notebook and said that Hetty us to write this note in this notebook. And also, I forgot to tell you about Ida. Ida's really sweet to Hetty. Like, she served her the biggest potato or add a little bit of sugar to her drink. It's like whenever there's a really tasty treat, she gives it to Hetty. It's really, really wonderful. I would love to be Hetty. And she also gave Hetty the biggest characters. And she even gave Hetty an extra piece of meat, which is like, everyone is so selfish of her. And Shella asked, "Oh, that is why you have an extra piece of meat?" And Hetty answered, "Well, it's because I am sweet and kind, not like you." Shella is really older than Hetty, but she is in the same class. So Hetty ran away, and when she returned, Ida saw her and she nearly fainted. And so Hetty stayed with Ida because she had been really mean to Ida lately. And Ida said that she had been searching her for days and days. And then the truth came out that Ida was actually Hetty's true mother. She had been this person working at the hospital so that she can be close to Hetty. Oh, what a wonderful thing. She also changed her name so that the hospital wouldn't recognize her as the mother of Hetty wanted to take her back, which is no response. And she regretted having Hetty to be at this fancy hospital. Also, her father's name is Robert, but people called him Bobby, and he is the smartest boy in the village. And mother loved him dearly. Hetty's mother loved him dearly, but he didn't have any interest in her, and he went stealing. And until that, he gave her money, but he said he would write letters to her, but he didn't write any letters. Also, Hetty had a beloved best friend, Polly, who went to live with the governess. She wanted to go to the fancy hospital sometimes to visit Hetty, but the governor and governess wouldn't let her because they were afraid that it would bring memories back to her mind. And so, in the end, Hetty said, "When I will be old enough, I will be a really good writer. I will find lots of money. We can build a new house, and we will live happy together. Happily ever after," said Hetty's mother. Happy ever after. Just like a fairy story, said Hetty. My favorite character in this book is, of course, Hetty. Hetty is such a kind and sweethearted, but sometimes she's a bit violent, but that's what I am. I am just like Hetty. So I found out what happened, and I feel really sad because she was born in the olden days right now, in 1876. That is more than 100 years ago, which really is. My next favorite character is Matron Bottom Stinky. Matron Stinking Bottomly. Oh, Hetty names her that. She doesn't have a real name that Hetty called her. And the thing I like about this book is that it's really colorful. And if you look, it sounded like it's real gold and it shines. It's a really interesting book and it can teach you a lot of lessons. And also, the lesson that I learned from this story is that treat people with respect and you will know the other people's lives. You don't have to think about yourself much, but you have to think about other people. Like Hetty, when she thinks of Ida, that true, very loving maid to her, and she had been so mean to her, even though Ida is so kind to her. Well, that's it, and it's all about Hetty Feather. Goodbye.